record. But yes, hello, I'm Runa Ruin, and this is.
Hello, I'm Sanguine the Vampire Queen.
And well, we're starting a series off on like isekai foods or foods from other genres, worlds, and things like that. So we are starting off with something more modern, which is.
The Leblanc Curry from Persona 5.
Oh, oh, sanguineous one, why did you choose this?
I chose it because Persona is one of my favorite series of all times. The food in it looks wonderful from game to game, and I've always been drawn in towards curry, so for me it was an easy choice to choose Leblanc Special Curry.
Very nice, yeah. And do you know what makes it special?
Ooh, I believe, if I remember correctly, they incorporate chocolate into the curry itself and
Mm-hmm.
pair it with nice coffee, if I'm remembering correctly from my time playing Persona.
Yep, that's it. That you can have it morning, noon, or night, right?
Right! Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It's not quite every day your life Junes.
Like goodness.
But yeah, here we're just breaking down some of the materials. Like there is a lot of carrot in this, like a whole like full big carrot, like I would say a America-sized carrot.
Yeah, that is a big old carrot,
Yeah.
and it's getting grated nice and fine into
Mm-hmm.
very small pieces. Ooh.
But yeah, no, I I have a bad habit. So in cooking, I have lost probably more skin than I would like to admit.
No, I have as well. Coming from a cook background originally, I've lost my fair share of skin too,
Yeah.
especially tips.
Oh yeah, no, and I have a fair share of cauterized skin as well.
I do as well. Primarily coming from uh lots of hot surfaces and sometimes oil. If we're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
too
yeah, yeah.
careful.
Yeah, it's just like it's like bam, look at that bacon sizzle and it's like, "Oh, you have barely anything on."
Oh,
Oh, bacon pops.
pop, pop, pop. Now we're covered in grease and it's boiling hot. Ah.
Yeah, yeah. It's so this very much is home cooking. You will not see me using any like professional tools or things like that, except like outside of a mandolin. But yeah, it's uh, yeah, I
Right,
have lost
no.
so much on mandolins, so much.
I I have as well. So much so that the mandolin I have at home, I have a very special thin layer chainmail glove to go with it just in case
Yep,
anything
yep.
happens.
But yeah,
Oh,
I so to protect the stove from being dyed and lots of things popping all over the place. That is why all the foil is there, because curry is super hard to get up after everything is cooled down. So,
that it is like with all the spices and how it just changes colors on its own as it begins to just all combine into one delicious meal. It does stain very hard.
yep. Yeah, but right now it's just the oil going in and the meat going to be seared. But do you know why we're going to sear the meat?
Ooh, to get it all nice, crispy on one end. Mm.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we are going to be using chuck roast. So we are searing the outside to caramelize it, and then we're going to be stewing it since it is curry.
Very fair. And out of curiosity, why chuck roast for this batch of curry in particular?
So it is tough, but it is lean. So that means a lot of flavor. Lots and lots of flavor. So we are going all in with the flavor.
Yes. Oh, it goes.
Yep. See, and this is very much home cooking because you see me just using my hands.
Understandable. Nah, here at home cooking, take any route you'd like, really.
Yeah. It's honestly, if I have to prepare stuff like more professionally, it's like, oh, you have to glove up. Oh, you have to get your like hair all tied up and neat. Oh, you have to do this. I'm like, it's too hot for this. I'm sweating bullets already, as you can see from my outfit. And well, yeah.
Understandable. He's been very hot recently, so I do understand why the outfit makes sense.
Yup, yup, yup.
Ooh, ooh, is that a bit of salt I see?
Yep. So, our broth is going to be low sodium because we are going to be seasoning every step of the way with salt. So, the sodium is going back in, but if you have too much salt, what happens?
Well, it tends to overpower the dish quite a bit and makes it, well, way too darn salty. To the point you can't really have much of it before it's just like,
Yep. It's like, oh, this is spicy, but not in the good way. It burns.
exactly. It burns!
But yeah, that's why we're doing some low sodium stuff, but salting along the way because each part of the dish does need salt, and it does different things in chemical reaction wise to each part of the dish. So, yep.
Mhm.
But yeah. So, what originally drew you into the Persona series?
Ah, that would be the wonderful world and all of the characters it introduced to me. Like, I got really attached to the Persona 3 crew at first when I played it
Hmm.
on, I believe it was Persona 3 Portable on the PS Vita, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
That is what got me into Persona originally, and then continued on with the franchise from there up to 4 and 5, and the eventual 6 that's coming out pretty soon
Mm-hmm.
next year.
So, I have cosplayed one character from each of the series. So,
Ooh.
so the first Persona 3, I cosplayed the female protagonist. This Persona 4, I cosplayed Rise. And then Persona 5, who? Oh, I have Kasumi.
Kasumi! Ooh!
Yeah. So, but right now though, I am having the onions so I can peel the the skin off. And since there is a ton of I use an entire bag of onions just to go into this.
Fair. Ooh, on the top end. Ooh.
Yeah.
Kind of
So,
vertically.
the growy bit like the one where it has all the roots is the bottom, and that is where actually the densest part of the like what was it? Sulfur this I think it's sulfuric gas? Uh
Sulfuric gas.
yeah, that comes from. So actually using the top is better than the down towards the base. The base is what really makes you cry.
True. I I I did not know that originally, so I'm just like gamba gamba with the onions. Ow.
Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, and um, what do you do to avoid the tears?
For me personally, I've always noticed I've had the best results, at least with home cooking, not like in my kitchen work, is to stuff a piece of white bread in my mouth as I cut the onions.
So you're pulling an anime scene of the girl running down the street and literally going, "Oops."
That is me. It's like, oh no, I'm late. Toasted mouth. Bleh.
But yes,
Oh,
What actually draws it is so the sulfuric gas is actually drawn to liquids. And that's why the entire basin of water right near me right there actually is drawing away a lot of the sulfuric gas.
Ooh, I did not know that.
But yeah, there's so many tricks. But you do not need to waste money on onion goggles.
No, no, you do not.
Yeah, so liquids, as long as it's at pretty much level of the onions, it just works just as well. So, but yes, these are very large onions, and
Yeah,
these are just very large, like sweet onions. So,
fair. They do seem very big.
yeah, that's why I have them because my mandolin is kind of small.
Fair.
But yeah, as each step goes on, things are going to be layered up, especially right now. I'm letting things caramelize in the pot, and it is creating what, Singling?
It is creating fond at the bottom of that pot.
Yep, yep,
I,
yep.
I is getting all nice and crispy, and it's gonna start sticking to the bottom soon. Ooh,
Yep, yep,
go
yep.
call to stir it.
Yep, yep, yep. So I turned it down there because I didn't want things to burn, and well, I'm gonna be taking them out because we're gonna be adding them back later.
Ooh, I can see the steam coming off of that chuck. That just
Oh,
looks wonderful.
yep, 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 yep. It tastes very good in the curry too. So yeah, I would love to invite you over to try some.
Oh, well, I would love to sometime.
Though, speaking of try some, what other foods from the personas do you want to try?
Ooh, I do want to try that mega beef bowl from Persona 4.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
But as you can see there, I have deglazing liquid, but it's an unusual one. It is peach soda.
Ooh, why are we using peach soda for this dish, Rune? I'm curious.
So in the past, I used to deglaze it with just like other things, just water or broth and things like that. And I found out if you want to layer flavors, you have to layer different kind of tastes and things like that. So adding, I only, I didn't have an apple on hand. So the only sweet thing I had was peach soda at one point in time. And since then, I've been using peach soda because the curry turned out a heck of a whole lot smoother.
Ooh, neat. I didn't know that. Normally, when I'm deglazing, I usually have a bottle of red wine on standby.
The vino.
Um, I mean, they'll use to declaze and maybe partake in a little sip while I'm doing it.
Never bad, never bad.
Never bad.
Yeah, sweeter wines actually do go better in the curry, oddly enough. Not dessert wines, sweeter wines, because it still has to have some of that rustic stuff in it.
It does.
Yeah, those
Ooh,
tannins in the sweeter ones are a little bit lower.
does. Ooh, more salt.
Yeah, sato,
Ooh,
sea salt.
ooh, ooh. Do you mind if I ask why we are using so much sodium in this one dish, Rune?
So it's a little pinch here and there, but it is to bring out certain things in the dish itself. So salt makes things sweat, and basically, very much sweat, like you and I, brings out waters, other things, and oils. And so it becomes an exchange. And all those waters become cooked off, and it allows us to caramelize things. So as you saw, I put the carrots in first. And carrots need a bit of time to cook to get all caramelized. So We're using the salt to caramelize.
Ah, fair.
Yeah.
Good call as well too, because the onions will normally sweat out a lot quicker than those carrots. So
They will go Pompeii style very quick.
true. There's a time for nice crispy onions. I don't think it's that time now.
Nope, 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 nope. And
Nope, nope.
besides, we're not battering them,
True. No, we'll save that for the Big Bang Burger recipe next time.
so would you like to experience mysterious food X with me at some point?
I would love to. Yes, yes, yes.
So we'll actually be trying probably if I ever get to harass our sanguinis queen here, to come cook with me different recipes from the Persona cookbook.
I I am absolutely down. I would love to do it with you, Rude. Ooh.
I think,
So many options too.
yeah, either that or well, we can teach you all to make sunset sarsaparilla or Nuka Cola.
Yeehaw! Oh,
But yeah, you're a
ooh,
big Fallout player too, right?
that I am. I,
So
I would
yeah.
I would dare say, surprising no one, given my current attire right now, I am a big Fallout New Vegas fan.
Big fair, big fair. Yeah, it's another kind of otherworldly choice, but more in the post-apocalyptic scene.
It really is.
So we'll probably have our Sanguinis Queen back on for some Fallout dishes.
Yippee! I'm so excited for it too. Ooh. I've always wondered what actual Brahmin meat tasted like.
Gosh, watch, it's like a mix between pork and beef, and you'll get some interesting chashu out of it.
Ah, joy! Yummy, yummy, yummy.
But yes, we will definitely be doing that. Maybe even some poisonous rad scorpion stuff.
Ooh, yummy.
Less poison, more rad scorpion.
Fair. Ooh,
I
have you ever tried scorpion before, Rune?
am unable to. I am unable to eat shellfish-like creatures because one, they are cousins, since I'm an eldritch, and two, because yeah, it makes me break out.
Oh, understandable. My apologies. Uh, I have only ever tried scorpion one time, and that was at a fair where my family may or may have not tricked me into trying a scorpion.
Well, it is the seafood of the land. Basically,
It really
a lobster literally is a cockroach of the sea.
true. I will say it was really good actually.
Hmm.
And again, it was deep fried.
Uh, you can't go wrong with deep fry. But as you saw, I added literally, I think it was 5 or 6 onions into there.
I did.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So the carrots had just started to caramelize, so I had to add in the onions so they could start caramelizing as well.
understandable. Good call too, because those carrots have got to be looking nice right now.
Well,
Now wait, now it's time to sweat out the onions and get them nice. And are we going for a translucent or a golden brown?
we're going for caramelize. So, what do you usually do with your caramelized onions?
Ooh, normally I'll make a big old batch of caramelized onions and then store them for later for use on burgers and other such things that require onions, like even when I'm making just like homemade pasta,
Mm-hmm.
it's normally what I'll go with majority of the time.
Mm-hmm. So, I went the cheaty way out and I just got boxed curry instead of toasting up all the spices, but I didn't want to be standing there sweating and toasting and
That is fair. Hey, there's no problem with cheating sometimes when it comes to cooking,
yeah.
especially home cooking.
Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, and I'm like, you have to make a roux and all that stuff. Much pain in the booty. But as you can see,
Exactly.
I am using vegetable broth. Do you know
You
why?
are. Ooh. I actually don't. Why are you using vegetable broth this time
Because
around?
chicken and beef broth can be very overpowering for curry.
Oh, th- you know what? That makes sense. Especially once it reduces down in the pot over time. It'll just get a whole lot beefier. I see the reasoning now. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Did you ever see that one guy who did that cooking experiment back from I think it was like the 1920s or something, or like even earlier than that, where he cooked down beef broth all the way until it was just literally a gelatinous form?
I have not actually. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, he cut it into cubes afterwards, and basically he was able to wrap it up and store it at room temperature. And apparently, you're supposed to just suck on the cube.
Oh, I did not know that. That is interesting as heck, actually.
But we usually call that beef bouillon nowadays.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You, you're you're a grown entity. Eat the bouillon cube.
No. No. Yeah, no, the person had the same kind of reaction. He put one of the cubes in his mouth and he was like, "It's so beefy. It's so salty."
At a certain point when it's too much.
But yeah, it literally a couple of those cubes can actually make an entire like consomme of just like beef broth. So, yeah, hell no.
Ooh. Understandable, understandable.
But yes, we continue to deglaze here and there, and I used up all the peach soda in there, to get all, when caramelized onions are cooking, it literally leaves like a super sticky residue, even without the soda part and sugar. It leaves a super sticky residue on the bottom, so fun. And yeah.
Good call. I'm going to have to try your technique out sometime and try peach soda instead of wine. Maybe that will finally get me to stop drinking straight from the bottle sometimes.
Fair, fair. Yeah, like if I don't have peach soda on hand, I will take any peach drink or even peaches that I have and basically mix it with some sort of like fizzy water or even lemon lime soda. So sparkling water actually is very good because it uses carbonic acid, and the carbonic acid it brings up all that stuff.
Ooh,
So,
smart actually. Ooh, I've never thought about it. I'm definitely gonna give that a try the next time I make curry.
but there's also another interesting science experiment and cheat. If you want to break down the cell walls of all this stuff while it's cooking, put a pinch of baking soda in.
Yes.
So it becomes more slushy jam-like rather than actual, like, holding its shape as onions.
Smart. That is one thing I learned back in the restaurant, and I'm surprised by how effectively it works really well on onions.
Yep, 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 yep. And yeah, for onions, literally, if you have it all jammy like that, you just take it from the fridge and literally just get a butter knife and slap it on a bun.
Nom noms.
Yep, 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 yep.
Perfect for sandwiches and burgers alike.
Mm-hmm. Very much so, very much so. Let's um so
And
what are the kind of things you're doing right now in your career as a
ooh,
VTuber?
right
Mhm.
ooh, right now, not much. Getting a lot of art pieces and preparing some very special events for later on in the year.
Oh,
That
what is coming soon for you?
oh, well, the soonest thing I've planned is actually the entirety of my Pokemon Nuzlocke script coming along very nicely. Just recording and detailing the experience as I just have the gameplay from the Nuzlocke on in the background.
Ah, but I heard a hint, hint, nudge, nudge of a certain Bloody Queen's birthday and an outfit reveal.
That is right. My birthday is coming up on the 26th, and I have a very special outfit reveal paired with a new model coming up. And I have been looking forward to this for since January.
Congratulations! Bachi, bachi, bachi!
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So that is why I couldn't harass our sanguineous queen to come with me to cook live. They're
My
busy.
apologies.
They're busy.
I will next time. That is a promise.
Next time, maybe we should plan around the well, maybe a little anime convention.
I would love to.
But as you can see from the sides of our cooking, everything has caramelized.
Ooh, I am just looking at that pot right now. That is looking wonderful.
Yep. So it gives you one hell of a steam facial.
It does.
So big warning, everyone! Big warning! Do not put any sort of body part near actually like hot steam
Yeah,
because
do
yeah,
do not do that.
mm-mm,
That is going to be bad.
yeah, no, mm-mm.
You'd have Sojiro shaking his head in disappointment at you.
Yep. So yeah, there is rules of kitchen safety, things like that. It's like why I'm using the Kevlar glove still when I was using that mandolin. So the Kevlar glove it protects my hand, but also is heat resistant while I'm using a pot holder.
Fair.
Yeah, it's what else? So, if you had to give some survival guide for an isekai world, any world, be it past, present, future, fantasy, horror, whatever, what would you give?
Ooh, survival guide. Well, in the words of one of my favorite characters, remind yourselves that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. That
Yes.
is always stuck with me from the Darkest Dungeon series, and
Ah,
also just to be precautious and take your time while not getting too overconfident, you could say.
yep. Yeah, Soul series is like, okay, have enough confidence in yourself, or Souls like series, uh, but to dive in, but know when to literally like use those skills and back out.
Yes, no one to pull back. That is very important.
hmm
Ooh,
Yes, I believe we are getting ready to start adding everything in. So,
yes, we are. Ooh.
oh, you see that strip of paper towel down near the bottom of the vegetable broth?
I do.
So, remember how I had a cutting board earlier?
Yes, I do.
So, it's to make sure that it grips well because we don't want it spinning.
Very fair. That is the same method I use on my countertop whenever I'm cutting anything.
Yeah. Just a uh slightly damp, like mostly wrung out paper towel provides enough friction for your cutting board usually to stick to the counter. And since it's just water, you don't have to worry about a single thing.
Nope, not a single darn thing.
Yep. So a lot of mishaps in the kitchen comes from slipping.
Yep, a lot of things. I have a few family members who have accidentally spilled 3 carrots on the floor, but not using a paper towel under it. So I'm just like, do
Yeah,
it. It non-slip is very worth it, especially in cooking, and
yeah,
it's simple too.
yeah. Yeah, a simple tea towel, even if it's something else to wash, you can use it to wipe down the counter afterwards, or you can, like, just basically, it saves fingers.
It does.
Yeah, I've been not because of cooking, but for other reasons. I was breaking down boxes, and because said boxes were slippery, and I was using a box cutter, I have accidentally injured myself before. So, yes, slippery surfaces are not a good thing.
Ooh, I know what you mean. Back when I started out as a little cook, I I won't lie, I did cut myself a little bit from time to time before I knew
Mm.
about the paper towel trick.
Yep, yep, yep. And then there's the bear paw trick, which is hard to get a grasp of, but once you learn how it fits you well, then it actually works very, very well. But yeah, it can be very rough.
And it can.
Don't do this at home,
Well,
kids.
yeah, yeah. What are you doing with that knife?
So yeah, it's a can like paint that you have to pry off. So I pried it off, just not in the best way.
Oh.
Now I'm using a
I
spoon to open it up. So
I'm still just like, ow.
yeah, so yeah, like when I cut avocados, people always are like, "What the hell are you doing?" Because I usually have the side with the pit in my hand, and get the butt of the knife and just slam it into the pit.
You know what? That is very understandable.
Yeah, so it's knife safety is a certain extent, but yes, please know how to use it. Please know
Yeah,
how to do it
yeah,
effectively.
yeah. Please handle your knives very well.
Yep, 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 yep. So yeah, it's and careful with hot surfaces. As you see, I keep picking up a pot holder to hold on to the handle, even if the Dutch oven is made out of pure cast iron
Ooh,
and is really freaking heavy. That burn
we
is
don't.
nasty.
Yeah, that's got me. This is a do as I say, not as I do moment.
Well, I did use a
Well,
pot holder.
no, you did. You
Yeah.
did.
So now to fully
Uh,
deglaze.
in the bra. There it goes.
Yeah. I'm double fisting it. Let's go.
Double fisted. It was looking a little thirsty. I'm glad you added it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so is the process to start, well, stewing it over the period of like, what was it? It took me 2 hours to make this.
Ooh, holy.
Yeah, the prep
That's about
time.
on.
Yeah, it's only about half hour.
Fair. Though, though this dish does take quite a bit of time to do to just let things get to the right consistency, so that's very understandable.
So why I'm adding more water here is one to dilute, and two because as you saw, I was adding a lot of salt, and two, I'm using both of those curry bricks, not one, but yes, two.
Fair. It's going to be a nice big batch of curry.
Mhm.
Besides, I was looking a little thirsty anyways. It
Yep,
needs
yep,
to
yep,
hydrate, especially in this heat.
yep, 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 yep. But yeah, right now, give it maybe like 15 minutes, and you would have great beef stew.
Ooh.
A lot of Japanese curry comes from a base of like a beef stew.
Ooh, that looks delicious so far. Ain't nothing near like a good beef stew.
Yep, 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 yep. But yeah, beef stew is always a pretty hearty dish, and it's good and great for taking like the worst cuts of beef and things like that to kind of make it more palpable over time. So, mm,
Fair. Ooh, soy sauce, and is that Worcestershire sauce I see?
yes, it's Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah. So yeah, Worcestershire sauce is the proper way to say it, but everyone has usually difficulty saying it.
That they do.
Yeah, I did add in some soy sauce and some Worcestershire sauce for the specific reason of upping the umami factor. Do you know what that is?
Ooh, that is the big ol' flavor and how deep it is in the dish. Like, I like to imagine as just flavor depth, personally.
Yep. So you have like salty, sweet, bitter,
Savory.
yeah. Savory is umami. So it is that mysterious fifth flavor, but no, it's not so mysterious. It comes from glutamic acid.
Ooh.
Yeah. So why do you think it's called monosodium glutamate or MSG?
Ah,
No MSG was added to this though.
yo. Fair.
Yeah, if you want authentic Japanese like street curry, you add MSG, but I added no MSG.
Somewhere a man in an orange shirt is sighing.
Yes. Aya, no MSG.
Hiya. No MSG, what you doing?
No, I do have people around me that have MSG sensitivity, so it's more to make sure that they're safe rather than myself. Because if I was to do it myself, I would have just put like a teaspoon of MSG.
Fair, that's understandable. Ooh,
So,
ooh.
besides just the curry blocks, I also use curry powder, Japanese curry powder, the S&B brand. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So, gives it that more curry kick and punch and bite, and it's a little bit more spicy. So,
Ah, understandable. Ooh. That is quite the container too.
yep. So, I felt really bad I think it was
Ooh.
the other day, and um, we made some curry and we gave some
Mm-hmm.
to the rest of the family. And the rest of the family has a little tiny god running around, and they're very young. So they wanted the curry. So we fed them the curry, and they wanted the more curry. But they were crying in between each bite and taking a sip of milk. So it was a bite of curry, a sip of milk, a bite of curry, a sip of milk.
Aw.
She went through 3 glasses of milk just to finish all her curry, and then she proceeded on to eating everyone else's curry as well.
Aw.
So we were like, "Oh my gosh, you like it? You may be a spicy baby when you get older."
That is so yeah, definitely a spicy baby when they get older. That is adorable as all heck.
But yeah, I did add the honey in, and then I
Ooh.
did add the spices in. So I'm layering spices to let them go in first before I put the thickener in. And the thickener is actually the curry blocks because that's the roux. But now I am going to be adding the coffee.
Ooh.
So the top did oxidize a bit, so I actually had to throw the top a bit away. I
Oh,
I
fair.
I don't use instant coffee all that much.
Fair. Neither do I.
Yeah.
Unless it's for cooking purposes, not really that fan of a taste
Yeah.
of instant, especially when I could just
Nope, nope, nope.
freshly roast it myself.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, no, I don't. I tend not to keep instant like espresso or coffee around for actual drinking purposes outside of baking and cooking.
Very fair.
Like, have you ever tried putting a bit of coffee into chili?
I have actually.
Mm-hmm.
It was so back where I used to work. we did make big batches of chili where we did add instant coffee, and it was a noticeable difference to the overall flavor of the chili.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it added quite a bit of umami to it, so I completely get it here.
Yep. So, do you want to know why?
Ooh,
Co-
do tell.
Coffee is technically an acid. So, acid actually tends to likes to open up your olfactory and taste receptors. So, yes, you all that all of you what you have gets to be tasted more.
Ooh, it does make sense.
Mhm. So, this
And in it goes.
yep, yep, yep. So the first set I was like, maybe add a little bit more because yeah, it is a large pot.
That is a little more never hurts.
Just
Sometimes.
not too much. You don't A little goes a long way for instant coffee. I have made that mistake before.
It happens, it happens.
Yeah. So what happens people tend to joke that they need what was it, liquid sludge, which is they just literally open up the instant coffee and pour hot water in and then just swish it around.
Yep.
So I put in, I think it was 3 tablespoons into a mug when I was young. And I I didn't know how bitter it was gonna be, and I didn't know that you're more
Oh,
you need to be using more a teaspoon rather than a tablespoon. So
oh, oh no.
so it's a funny story.
Very funny story, though I cannot say anything. As a babu, I've almost started a fire cooking cup noodles in the microwave.
There. Well, you are pretty hot. So,
Oh, thank you.
but
It
yeah, I am cutting up the curry blocks here for a specific reason though.
fair. If I had to guess, it's so it can all just spread out evenly and dissolve a lot quicker, correct?
Yep, atari. You got it in line. So if you
Yeah.
add it in a giant chunk, it takes forever to dissolve, and it's so slow.
So slow.
Yep, yep, yep. But now comes the boring part. Stirring, watching, waiting. Lots of stirring, lots of watching, lots of waiting. And through the power of, yeah, TV magic, we're going to add in some things in the as we as the cooking starts to
Ooh.
come down in the line. So, as you can see, lots of stirring here, and basically it's just literally sweating over a hot stove.
It is, but it still looks wonderful. You can already see a little bit of the color change. Oh,
Mhm. So, you know why, rather than like just plain sugar, we're adding honey.
ooh. It's be- I would honestly, I actually do not know. Could you please tell me why?
So, first, honey is a very strong flavor. So, we're trying to mellow it out and cook it out. And second, it has what's called analeptic properties.
Ooh,
Oh,
analytic properties.
so what that means is it weakens bacterial cell walls. So this is why we put it in tea, especially honey lemon tea.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep, yep, yep.
Ah, I did just cut up a whole bunch of lemons recently too.
Hmm. Yeah, freeze the lemon juice, and basically you have honey lemon tea anytime you want. An icicle of honey lemon, or the lemon, a little bit of the honey, a pinch of salt to make sure it kind of scrubs the throat a bit more because uh, basically what salt does is it draws moisture from bacteria, and bacteria can't live without that moisture. And what the lemon does is it's antiseptic, which means it scrubs away and like kills the bacteria because it's an acid. So,
Ooh, that does make sense.
mm, so it's why so often people drink honey lemon tea before they do something.
Ah, that makes a whole lot of sense now. Ooh,
Mhm.
I I might have to make some after we're done then. Ooh,
Yeah, and then you can so if you wanted just to leave it as a kind of rehydration electrolyte solution, you can just leave it as is. No black tea or green tea added. You can flavor it with maybe white tea, and it's a-okay. Because white tea does not have caffeine. But if you do want to use it as a kind of a health add-on, as long as you're staying hydrated, you can add black or green tea. I would advise green tea, and
ooh,
it helps a lot. Mhm. Yeah.
that that makes sense. Ooh, and is that the chocolate?
That is indeed
Ah,
the chocolate.
and our sous chef, I see.
That is Millie. But yes, so for this, we are using, I think it was like 72% dark chocolate or dark cacao. This is baking chocolate, not to be mixed or confused with like semi-sweet stuff or milk chocolate or white chocolate.
Per- Ooh, and just add a good little shake of it. Ooh,
Yep, because it is a spice and it makes things taste velvety. It goes great in curry.
I'm getting all reminded of that one Black Butler scene now.
Yep. Yeah, chocolate is not inherently sweet. Chocolate is not meant to be inherently sweet. So, yeah.
And I will say, it is developing a nice, rich, dark color to it.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah. So, when you add chocolate in, you have to stir like mad babies.
Very fair. You gotta make sure it's all dissolved quite nice and evenly.
Yep, or it burns on the bottom of the pan.
Ooh,
So we can't have that now, can we?
no, we cannot.
So that is why we're stirring here, but soon enough, there will probably be a time jump, and we will be getting to the later ingredients that are actually better to added closer to the end because they are more uh flavor enhancing and flavor forward.
Fair.
Yep.
Mm,
As you can
now
see,
we're put.
I put the lid halfway, and it is letting out a lot of the steam, but still a high level cooking.
Do let it all reduce down, simmer, get everything together as a weldo.
Yeah, zawarudo. So I am adding now in tomato paste. As you can see,
Ooh,
it is super dark. That is now grated apple. So,
ooh,
yeah. And then
delicious.
the last part, which is, yeah, because high heat and a lot of salt can make cheese instead of having that smooth finish of yogurt. We add it when it's starting to, like, the heat is off, things are starting to cool down, and we add it in like that.
Fair. And and this is just plain yogurt, right? Just
Yes,
double checking. It's
yeah,
not flavored.
no,
Okay.
no flavored. I had to,
Double
and this
check.
is full fat yogurt. So this is fatty, but yes, it's full fat yogurt, non-flavored, non-sweetened. It's literally as plain as it comes.
Perfect.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine adding like, oh, let's do a heaping dollop of vanilla yogurt from Yoplait. And it's just like, no.
I just know some poor soul that has to have done that once in their life while baking curry.
I am that poor soul.
Oh, sorry. Apologies, I shouldn't be laughing.
It's funny though. It was when I was first
It
learning how to
is.
make curry. So,
True.
I learned the hard way, but now I've been making curry for a few decades. I don't know, a couple of decades now.
And it's looking quite wonderful at that. I
Mm,
can just see the rich color developing around already, so this is looking quite lovely.
mm. So it's just going to literally release the last of its heat and things like that. So, and we're not making cheese here. We're not making cheese, but oddly enough, one of my favorite curry toppings is Gruyere cheese. How about you?
Ooh, ooh, I love Gruyere cheese on it as well. That's normally what I add to it. Of course, my family, I don't know why, they like to put just regular shredded cheese, but I've always noticed it's better with Gruyere.
Yes, it has that more nutty depth of flavor, and it's a little bit more aged, so a little bit more sophisticated.
Mhm.
So, but what are some of the other favorite toppings that you have? Like one of mine is tonkatsu, which is pork cutlet or breaded pork cutlet.
Ooh, a good pork cutlet is always great to pair with curry. Oh my god. Especially, I like to home make it at house by just grabbing a thin sheet of plastic wrap and putting. Normally, I'll use. What is it? Like, not pork belly. Me forgetting my proteins.
Tasting
Normally.
time.
Ooh!
But yes, you were saying?
Normally, I'll just like grab a. Normally, I'll use either a pork cutlet or a chicken cutlet. Ooh, that's looking
Mm-hmm.
wonderful.
Oh, our curry, all the veggies have broken down into a sauce, and our curry is being poured over our rice now. So,
And it is shimmering very nicely as well.
mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, it has that nice luster over it, and so, yeah, that means it's probably going to be very good. Mm-hmm.
Oh, without a doubt. I think you've absolutely nailed this, Curry Rune. Even
Thank
to the
you.
point where Sojiro would just be saying, oh boy.
Thank you kindly. So, from here on, though, I probably shall have our dearest sanguineous queen as, well, a regular guest here and there for our Isekai times. So, we'll see what happens.
That we shall. Thank you for having me on again, Rune.
Of
This has
course.
been wonderful.
Lots of fun, lots of fun. All right, but bye bye for now.
Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.